Seoul, the city that never sleeps, is known for its vibrant nightlife. However, amid the dazzling city lights, there are moments far more precious than media spotlights or concert stages. On that night, an elderly man experienced an unexpected incident, but fate led him to an extraordinary figure, Kim Taehyung, better known by his stage name, V of BTS. No one anticipated that the quiet night would bear witness to the heroism of a global star renowned for his charm and talent in the entertainment world. Yet, beyond his status as a famous K-pop idol, Taehyung proved that compassion and kindness go beyond words. He demonstrated that true goodness is not determined by status or popularity, but by real actions that can change someone's life. That night, around 11 p.m. Korean time, an elderly man in his late 70s was walking alone on a street in Seoul. The dim lighting and uneven pavement caused him to lose his balance. He fell hard, sustaining bruises on several parts of his body. However, the more concerning issue was that he was unable to get back up immediately. At the same time, Kim Taehyung, who was carrying out his military duties with a special duty team, SDT, happened to be in the area. With extraordinary reflexes, Taehyung quickly ran towards the elderly man. Without hesitation, he knelt beside him, checked on his condition, and ensured he was okay. I saw him fall and struggle to get up. I couldn't just stand by, Taehyung humbly said when asked about the incident later. Eyewitnesses at the scene described how swift and responsive Taehyung was in helping the elderly man. One witness even mentioned that Taehyung showed no signs of hesitation. He immediately took action, provided first aid, and comforted the elderly man until medical help arrived. "I was amazed by how he reacted," said a witness. "He didn't act like a celebrity awkwardly dealing with the situation. He acted like someone who genuinely cared, someone who wanted to ensure the man was safe." Initially, the elderly man's family had no idea who had helped their father. They were simply grateful to the young man who showed such deep concern for their loved one. However, when they found out that the person who had assisted him was Kim Taehyung from BTS, they were truly astonished. "I was so thankful that someone helped my father," said the elderly man's daughter in an interview. "But when I was told that it was Taehyung from BTS, I couldn't believe it. It was such an emotional moment for us." Not only did Taehyung help the elderly man get back on his feet and ensure his safety, but he also insisted on staying until the ambulance arrived. He wanted to make sure the man received the necessary medical care. Even after the elderly man was taken to the hospital, Taehyung continued to monitor his condition, requesting updates from the medical staff. "I just did what anyone would do in that situation," Taehyung said when asked about his actions that night. "When someone needs help, the first thing we should do is assist them, not hesitate." This story didn't end with Taehyung's heroic act on the streets of Seoul. When he learned that the elderly man's family was struggling financially due to medical expenses, he personally extended social assistance to them. With great humility, Taehyung ensured that the family wouldn't have to worry about hospital costs. He also advised them to always be mindful of their surroundings and take extra precautions on uneven pavements, especially for the elderly. "I just wanted to make sure he received the best care," Taehyung said. "I also hope that this family doesn't feel alone. Sometimes, we just need a little help to make everything better." Taehyung's support went beyond financial aid, it was also emotional. He continued to check on the elderly man's recovery, ensured that the family was doing well, and even offered further assistance if needed. As news of this incident spread, BTS fans worldwide responded with overwhelming admiration. Hashtags HeroV and hashtag ThankYouTaehyung trended on social media, with thousands of messages praising his kind actions. "This is why we love Taehyung," one fan wrote on Twitter. "He's not just a global superstar, but also someone with a big heart." In a world full of selfishness and indifference, Taehyung reminds us that kindness still exists, another fan wrote. "A small act can make a huge impact." Not only fans, but also public figures and fellow celebrities praised Taehyung's actions. Many considered him a true example of how an idol should use their fame to bring positive change. As a BTS member, Taehyung has always been known for his empathy and care for those around him. His heroic actions that night were just one of many examples of how he embodies the values that BTS has always championed: love, kindness, and compassion. From the start of their career, BTS has repeatedly emphasized the importance of self-love, caring for others, and how small actions can lead to big changes. Taehyung, through this heroic act, proved that these messages are not just slogans, but something they truly live by. This story is not just about an elderly man receiving help on a quiet night. It is about how kindness can still be found in the world, even in the form of a global superstar. Taehyung didn't do this for praise or media attention. He did it because it was the right thing to do. And that's what makes him more than just an idol. He is someone who inspires millions to be better and do better. For the elderly man and his family, Taehyung will always be remembered as a hero. Not because of his fame, but because of his sincerity and selfless actions. And for the world, he is a reminder that even in a busy and fast-paced society, there is still room for kindness and compassion. Kim Taehyung, or V of BTS, left a profound mark on many hearts through his heroic actions on that quiet Seoul night. His decision to step in without hesitation when he saw an elderly man in need proved that fame does not prevent someone from having a caring and humble heart. However, beyond the spontaneous act, Taehyung ensured that the elderly man not only received immediate medical help but also long-term attention. As a gesture of his concern, he provided financial assistance to the family, ensuring they could get through this situation without additional burdens. Furthermore, he shared wise advice with the elderly man's family, reminding them of the importance of health and awareness of their surroundings, especially for senior citizens. His empathetic nature further solidified his image as someone who shines not only on stage, but also in real life. Fans worldwide continue to praise his noble actions, establishing Taehyung as a true example that celebrities can be unsung heroes. As Taehyung returns to his military duties, this story remains a reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can have a significant impact. Taehyung has proven that heroism does not always come in grand gestures, but in simple actions done sincerely and selflessly. For the elderly man and his family, Taehyung will always be remembered not just as a global superstar, but as a person with a golden heart. This story continues to spread, inspiring many to do good in their own lives. And in doing so, Taehyung has left behind a legacy far more valuable than fame, a legacy of kindness and humanity that will always be remembered.